When you look at the evidence, they just aren't bad. They're literally leading to better health outcomes.
My name is Peyton Nelson, and I'm studying food and nutrition at the same university he graduated at.
No offense, but you're in the middle of your undergrad at the university where I got both my bachelor's and my master's degree in nutrition and dietetics.
Let me explain this as concisely and scientifically sound as possible. Seed oils are rich in polyunsaturated fats, which are not intrinsically bad, but are chemically unstable. During high heat processing and cooking, they are prone to oxidation. This creates oxidized lipids, which generate reactive oxygen species.
This is true. When they're repeatedly heated to high temperatures, like during deep frying, the quality gets worse. But is that really the fault of the seed oil, or is that more just using it improperly? If your entire argument against seed oils is that you shouldn't be eating a ton of deep fried food, then congrats, you're on the same page as everyone else.
While your body's antioxidant system can neutralize some of it, a diet high in oxidized oils leads to a net increase in oxidative stress.
And again, eating deep fried food every day is unhealthy, but no one's saying you should be doing that.
Over time, this contributes to chronic inflammation, which is the primary driver of conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and neurodegenerative disorders.
Is it the seed oils that are doing that, or is it the obesity that's caused by eating ultra-processed foods all the time that's doing that?
I included all the citations below, but be careful including these fats in your diet. They're not as healthy as they're made out to be.
All right, here's the real meat and potatoes. I'll go through these studies one by one fast. This first study does not exist. The PMID takes you to a different study that talks about the size of animals and their metabolism, not seed oils. This study on frying oils doesn't mention the word frying once. What it does say is there's something called tocopherol, which is an antioxidant that helps prevent oxidative stress in oils, and that the oils highest in tocopherol are seed oils. This study doesn't exist. Both of these studies focus on something called 4-HNE, which is a byproduct of lipid peroxidation, and they say that it can either lead to improved cell survival or cell death, depending on how much is present. But neither of these are actual outcome studies, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute. This study is just on antioxidants and free radicals in general, and it's not fair to extrapolate it to seed oils. This one found that smoking, diabetes, and obesity led to more oxidative stress, which, again, no duh, but it's not seed oils. This study also doesn't exist except for in his Instagram captions. And all of these studies say that inflammation is involved in chronic disease, which is, again, not new information. Whenever you're trying to look into something that's been studied hundreds or even thousands of times, there are certain types of research that you should look at, and these are called outcome studies, and this is why. Because you might look at these smaller studies and think, well, certain oils are more unstable, which can lead to oxidative stress, which can cause inflammation, which can then cause chronic disease, so therefore seed oils must be causing chronic disease. But this is missing the forest for the trees, because we can look at what actually happens when people eat seed oils. Because we have hundreds of human outcome studies. And when we look at the actual human outcome data, we find that the unsaturated fats in seed oils do not lead to increased inflammation in any notable or significant way. That a lack of unsaturated fats in the diet might contribute to heart disease development. That the fats in seed oils can be involved in inflammatory pathways, but they can also be involved in anti-inflammatory pathways. And that omega-6 unsaturated fat intake is associated with less heart disease risk, less inflammation, and lower cholesterol. So while it can be good to look at these smaller cellular mechanistic studies, you always have to place priority on actual human outcomes.